Gogia, brought to you by Marix Media and Mindspeak.
Hi, I'm Kamal Chadda.
And I'm Dr. Dipti Mankad.
Welcome to Anchored Together, a YouTube series that casts an exhilarating spotlight on the vibrant lives of shipping industry professionals and their families.
Excitement and entertainment is what you get here in abundance.
Hi viewers, welcome to another episode of Anchored Together, and we have a very special set of gentlemen here who are going to be discussing the Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers. To start with, we will have Captain Gogia here introduce himself and tell us a bit about his career and how he is connected with the Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers. In short, they call it the ICS. So, Captain Gogia, would you like to tell us?
Yes, thank you very much, Kamal. It's really a pleasure. You've always been a supporter of whatever the industry does. More than that, you are a close friend. So, yes, I know that you would always, take us to a place where we can just move ahead. Yes. Talking about myself, I have been ashore for about 20 years now. I got involved in ICS. Now, to tell you briefly what is ICS, ICS is promoting professional shipping worldwide. Basically, what it is promoting professional commercial shipping worldwide. I got involved into ICS around 2006 when I had come ashore, and I was told chartering is a industry which is fairly lucrative. That's how I got through my exams. The exams are normally you have to sit for 4 papers as a master mariner, but I sat for 6, which was just adding value to what I was doing. Subsequent to that, I was very fortunate. I managed to do some fixtures. That would mean that I did almost about 8 to 10 fixtures, and it built up confidence. Since I had done my tanker chartering as well as port agency, I managed to keep getting ships to do their port agencies, which was very helpful. After that, Volume Ship Management got to know about me, and they wanted to prepare a presentation for the seafarers to teach them about commercial awareness. So that's what I presented, and that's how I got involved with Volume Ship Management. And being with ICS, I managed to get into the managing committee. As a result, what's happened is that every year, whenever there is a controlling council meet, they call me, and it has been very fruitful and very encouraging. And right now, last year when there was a change of guard at ICS, I was elected as a chairman, and here I am presenting myself.
Excellent. So he's given a nice brief here as to how he got connected with ICS and how things have progressed and how he's moved up the ladder as well. So yeah, very important. The Ashok is always climbing ladders. Very nice.
Thank
you.
So
we have Captain Mohan Nik here with us. So Mohan, would you like to add to what he has told us but about ICS? But first tell us quickly about yourself.
Well, I'm also a seafarer by profession, as you know, and I've been ashore for more than 30 years now. So firstly, I started my shore career with teaching at the LBS college, and then I joined this company called Dynacom, and I'm still with them as their MD. And ICS actually, it had caught my eye way back in the late 90s.
And that far back?
Yeah, that far
okay.
Back. And in the year 2000, I passed their exams, and I became a member of the Institute of Chartered Shipbrokers. And it was really amazing. The syllabus, it opened up the horizons for me what my extra masters also could not teach me.
I see,
In a lot of commercial part,
I mean, they're quite different actually because the elements
Yes.
of commercial shipping
Correct.
that don't cross paths with any other
True.
sector of shipping.
True. So it really opened up my eyes towards so many things which are available in shipping,
Yes.
and it added to my experience and it added to my knowledge, how to give back to the industry, how to give back to my principals.
And you're a lawyer as well.
Yes, I did my LLB.
Oh,
from
you're
Mumbai
a lawyer,
University.
but you have studied law.
I don't practice.
You don't practice, yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Did my
But if
LLM
you had
also.
to practice, you could.
I can. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Good. So I have no need at the moment, but it might
But in
arise.
case.
It might arise. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. ICS is an institute centered in the UK, in London, I believe. Yeah. So, what is a chartered shipbrokers? What does that mean? Are they because they're doing chartering, or because they're brokers who have something? What exactly does it mean?
Basically-
I mean, everyone has this question,
Yes. So chartered shipbroker means he can become a broker subsequently, and he's under we have a motto also about that motto. Gogia will tell.
Okay.
It is some kind of a certification, is
Yes,
it?
our
To-
word, our bond. It is
Our
called.
word, our bond.
So
Okay.
once
okay.
you pass this
A
exam-
contract.
Yes.
That's the contract. Okay.
Okay, so gentlemen, if I could elaborate a little on that. When they say it is a charter or it is a royal charter, what that means is that they have prepared a document. Now, in that document, they tell you that there is going to be an institute, and that institute is going to teach professional commercial shipping. And this charter, which I have got a copy which I can share with you all, this charter is a document which is prepared by the royal family, which was and it's called the Royal Charter, way back in 1920.
Okay.
Okay. Subsequent to that, they have got bylaws. Like in IMO, you have the basic formatting which is done, and then you have rules and regulations which regulate those rules. Similarly, in Institute of Chartered Shipbroking, you have bylaws. Now these bylaws, they actually implement what is mentioned in the charter.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So that's how it goes.
So the charter would be, in a way, the
document.
objectives
Yeah,
of
correct,
the
correct.
institute, and
Yeah.
that these are are going to be our goals. And okay, so is it some kind of a certification which then allows a broker to practice, or a broker can practice on his own anyway? Or does he really need this to do it? Or
Would you like to answer?
Yeah, actually, basically it's increasing your knowledge.
Okay.
And if there are a job going on for a broking firm or for a chartering firm, obviously they will prefer a candidate who has passed these exams, because they are sure that this knowledge which has been
Okay.
imbibed in him
It's a
through these exams.
qualification
Yes,
of
yes,
sorts.
Correct.
Okay.
And it has been recognized worldwide.
Yes.
And it gives a confidence to the
Right.
employer that this employee is going to know the
I
basics
see.
at least.
I
And then,
see.
of course, practice
I see.
makes you perfect.
So, how much is the demand for this kind of a certification in our country, let's say in India?
Okay, Kamal, it goes this way that in India, you have a lot of qualifications. People are graduates and postgraduates, but then the job opportunities are limited. Similarly, in India, there are only few companies that limit the entry level to ICS. Very few companies. They say if you're an ICS, you can enter, or we'll further take you. Very few companies. However, people who have done Narottam Morarji, they also used to come to me because they say we're having it difficult entering shipping industry. So then they would come and do an ICS.
So it's definitely recognized by shipping as a qualification that's, if not mandatory, definitely preferred.
Yes,
No doubt about
definitely.
it. No doubt.
Yes. One more point I would like to say, that there are times when the Indians who have worked in a shipping company, they've done the Narottam Morarji, but now they want to go to Dubai, or they want to go to Singapore. Now what happens, this qualification, like Captain Naik also mentioned, it's internationally recognized. So as a result, what happens is that the moment you're going with an ICS qualification, there's always somebody sitting on top over there with an ICS qualification. So you get instant recognition.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's very important because the industry is full of people in certain important positions
Correct.
who are themselves members
Similar
or yes,
qualification.
very good. That's yes. So the recognition is definitely there. Okay. So when you were selected you are the secretary, the chairman of the Mumbai chapter, is it?
Mumbai branch.
Mumbai branch, okay, the branch. So, what is your role over here now, if you tell us about that?
Okay, so Kamal, it so happens that
I'm sorry, you were not selected, elected.
yes, we were elected. There's a
yeah.
managing committee that elects you.
Right.
Actually, there are a lot more members, but then we were short of members, so the managing committee decided to elect
Okay.
me. Okay, so far, there was a change of guard last year because earlier ICS was taken care of by Parik Marine. Then Samsara took over. Now they had done their time, so they wanted a change of guard. So that's how, since I have been with them for some time, I was by default elected. Not necessarily by performance, but by default,
Your longevity with them was
Yes, longevity.
a factor.
Yeah, that was a
He
factor.
is very humble about it.
And also, Captain Mohan Nik has always supported me. He said, you must do this, you must do this. So his encouragement coming from him, I thought that I would, accept the position.
His support, and you're
Yeah.
doing a fine job, I understand. So.
I try to do what I can.
Great. So now let's say a youngster wants to come and study for your exams. You have a serious set of exams to go through, and so how does he make his move? He comes to you. What do you tell him? How is he going to proceed now?
So,
You want to tell
Please
us?
go ahead.
okay, so gentlemen, it's like this, you could go for a foundation diploma,
Okay.
or after that you could go for a advanced diploma. There are
Nice.
two diplomas. A foundation diploma would I expect you to go to introduction of shipping. Introduction of shipping is one of the subjects which you have to go through. Now, and then you can take any other specialized subject. Specialized subject would mean dry cargo, wet cargo, port agency, or tanker handling, whatever, or offshore, whatever it is. You can take one of those two subjects and you would get a diploma. Now, a diploma would, if a company is looking for somebody at a lower level to enter into the company, so he has the diploma, he can enter. The next would be advanced diploma. And advanced diploma, what you have to do is that besides doing introduction of shipping, you don't have to do introduction of shipping. You have to do sit for an exam. You have to clear that exam, and then you take one more subject. So in case you want to do advanced, then you have to do shipping business, and then one more specialized subject. So that is an advanced diploma.
I see.
Besides these, if you want to do what is called professional qualifying examination, which is PQE, that is you have to do as a non-merchant navy person. You would have to do 7 subjects.
Okay.
However, if you are in the merchant navy, you need to do 4. Yes.
Exemptions in 3.
Exemptions are
exemptions.
available, yes. Because there's certain knowledge which is inherent in being a seafarer.
Correct.
So
correct.
great. So the question I have in mind is that young graduate,
Yeah.
is that the entry level for anybody wanting to do the ICS certificate?
Well, it is not limited. This qualification is not limited to people in the merchant navy.
No.
Anybody
a
who's a graduate.
Any graduate, yes.
Any graduate, if he is from the commercial side, or if he's done his BCom, or even if he's done his BA in economics, which is slightly connected to business,
Okay.
he would get exemptions,
Okay.
which would help him get his qualification.
I see.
However, the other good thing is that you have a period of 5 years.
Right.
Within that time frame, you have to clear the papers.
Oh, the entire lot.
Yeah.
I see. That's a lot of time. You can continue
Yes.
working if you are already engaged professionally.
True.
Very nice. Very nice. Good. So we are done with ICS, excellent. I don't think there's much to add. Any youngster who's looking to get into this field, please remember graduation certificate is all you need, and you need to contact the ICS. And you have a website. Would you like to tell us
Yes,
a website
yes,
where
yes.
they can go and get
Yes.
more info?
MumbaiICS.org is the website which you can always contact. We have a regular office. I can share the contact details. You can always go and get all the details from them.
Great. Now let's talk a little about yourself.
Sure.
You told us you have been with Dynacom for a while now, 2-3 decades almost. Three decades.
Wow.
So that's really almost history there for you. And so tell us how you engaged with Dynacom and how your career has progressed to today.
Okay. Thanks, Kamal, first of all, inviting me here to share my thoughts and
My pleasure.
inner feelings about ICS and myself. Well, Dynacom was not Dynacom before I joined in India. So I was instrumental in getting Dynacom to India.
I see.
The first branch we opened was in Mumbai, and my senior from the Great Eastern Shipping, he approached me when I was in LBS that look, there is an agency which we are trying to, for a ship owner who wants to start something with Indian seafarers. And that is how he said, I want you to be involved, but I know your caliber, you come and join with me. His name is Captain Krishnan Subramaniam.
Nice.
He was superintendent in volumes also. And then he became, he went ashore to the New Jersey now in US. So I said, okay. And his terms were good for me. So I started a small agency here first with the first 3 ships of Dynacom, and then we expanded more and more. Then in the year 1995, Dynacom decided to have their own office and part ways with the agency, and that's when I started for proper Dynacom. So that is how I got this break, and then after that there was no looking back. From a fleet of some 6-7 vessels, now we are 145 vessels.
Wow, that's a big number.
Under one ownership.
And what kind of vessels are these?
We have tankers, oil tankers about 60, we have bulk carriers about 35, and we have LNG carriers.
Okay.
Most of the others are LNG carriers.
So you're wet, dry, and gas.
Yes.
The entire business.
And we have a huge new building program ahead of us.
I see.
Nearly 60 to 70 new builds are coming from next year, January onwards. So company is looking to expand to about 200 vessels
So
under one ownership.
great. So you man the entire lot, officers and ratings?
No, ratings are manned predominantly from Philippines.
From the Philippines. Okay.
Yeah.
So officers
Yes,
there.
yes.
And how many vessels you said? 100, almost 160.
145, 150, but
Okay.
we'll expand to about 200
Okay.
very soon. next
Okay.
year.
Great. Great. So what number of seafarers now would you say are going from India every year?
We are, for officers, we are employing more than 3,000 officers.
Wow, it's huge.
Yeah.
Great, great. So, and also a question for you. Everyone says that you are a very fit gentleman.
Enthusiasm.
Very fitness enthusiast. And I do agree. And I see your pictures sometimes here and there. And then I say, okay, this is a guy who really works out. So tell me about your fitness regime.
I don't know about workout, but I take the inspiration of being fit from you.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
I was not always like that, but I saw Kamal, transforming himself also.
Wow.
I said, let's start doing something, because as you progress in age, you have to keep fit.
Keep fit.
So that there are a lot of people who are competing with you, so you have to be mentally and physically sharp. That is
Great.
how, and I don't go much.
I'm so glad I inspired someone in my life, otherwise.
Kamal, you're all very modest man.
I
Indeed.
know. I inspire modesty as well. So, this guy is so modest, he's proud of his modesty. So that's the one big irony that people can be suffering. So, great. So, Ashok, now you tell me about your career, how you joined Rajendra. And you passed out in 73.
Correct.
So, and then you had this progress in life and grown up and come to a stage where you have this tremendous respect in the industry and you're occupying such important positions. Of course, you're a well-known person in the industry.
Thank you.
We all happy to be aligned with you in some way. So tell us how it all went for you.
Okay, so going back to 1973, I cleared Dufferin. 3 years I was in Cindias as a cadet, and then cleared my second mates in 1976. After that,
It's only the cream, I remember, who went to Scindia's.
Well, yeah, it was a good company to sail with. In '76, I don't know if it is there, people know about it, but there was a bond. You had to sign a bond, and that bond, after you had done your apprenticeship, you had to come back to the company.
Yes, yes.
My father, being a businessman, when they came to the house with the bond and with the legal papers, he just tore them and threw them away. He says, we are going to UK for a holiday, you come along. So we went to UK. I had my second mate, so I went to the companies and started telling them that I want a job. So I came back, and they used to have certain limitations. You had to have a P form. The P form was, how you would take a Reserve Bank clearance and all.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they sent the ticket, and I was flown from here, and I joined a British company. I was in a British company for about 6 years, and it was quite a pleasure sailing in them, because they used to have a 4 months contract, 2 months off, 4 months contract, 2 months off.
Nice.
You had 1 year pay.
Those days when we were doing what, 9 months and 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was
You're
a one.
privileged man, you are. Like.
Not well, luck. So 1 year it was there, and after 1 year you got 6 months study leave,
Oh.
because you had already been there.
Paid study leave. I
Paid
believe.
study leave.
That-
6
that
months
was
study
magic,
leave.
Magic there.
So that's how I got my first mates in UK. After that there was regular sailing. I continued sailing, and then I got married. There was a lean period during the 80s when I was out of job for some time. Anyway, I got married in '88, and after that I sailed with my wife, and
What's your wife's name?
Sangeeta. Difficult to remember, is it?
Yes.
Anyway.
Very difficult.
So then I took my children with me also. We sailed. I sailed till 2000. Came back, and when I came back, I do not know, but I did not want to do a job. I wanted to do something where I would have the freedom of free enterprise. Maybe that came from my dad, but I didn't want to serve anybody,
Okay.
So it so happened that Academy of Maritime Education were looking for a representation in Bombay.
But you still had to serve your wife.
Lifelong.
Lifelong. No escape from that bondage.
No escape. So then I was with Amit. I was representing them. I said, well, they said you start a work from home. I said, nothing doing. My wife is there. She's the boss. Couriers will not be allowed, So I started from Crystal Plaza, and I was there for a good 10, 12 years. And during that period, I knew that I had to get myself qualified. So I got myself qualified with ICS, and soon after I had got my qualification, I managed to get some fixtures. Then Amit, they packed their bags in Bombay for the simple reason that whatever is best known to them. By that time, I had got myself involved with volume ship management, and I was doing the commercial awareness course. I also educated myself to learn what is the egg disc, the basic egg disc, as well as type specific. So I was very busy. In fact, at Wallums, they needed a type specific certification before people joined the sea. So I was doing that. The brands I was doing was Tokyo Keikai, JRC, Totem. So I was quite familiar with the egg disc. The good thing was I got my time off. I have my own office. So in between, I would get my agency offers also. And I managed to fix a few ships. So it was okay. It went off quite well till as such time when COVID came. When COVID hit, that time, by that time, Wallam had changed the policy. They were not taking visiting faculty. But, I don't know, God is great, but during COVID, I got an offer of an agency. And these were these Filipino ships that had come to Cochin, and it was during COVID, while sitting in house. So what I normally do is that I give the sub-agents, And honestly, that was one of the best agencies which I had, because after about 3 months
This was for a crew change, if I remember. The ships had called.
No,
No?
they were naval ships.
Naval
They were
ships,
come for
okay.
husbanding, and they
Okay.
had technical issues. So we had limited access to the ship because the Indian Navy was taking care of them.
I see.
It was a little difficult coordinating, but yes, I was on the phone morning, noon, and night. But it went off very well. So that was the time. After that, I joined MMTI after the COVID because
That's the Mumbai Maritime Training Institute.
Yes. The reason is that firstly, it's close to house, close to my home. I can commute, and I do only about 4 hours every day so that I can get my free time. My office is close by, and I'm totally involved in ICS. Every morning I get phone calls at 9 o'clock. Then in the afternoon I go to MMTI, and it's a full day for me.
Great. So, you have two kids. Sorry,
One daughter.
One daughter.
Yes, yes.
And is she married?
Yes, yes.
She
Married
is.
about 11 years ago now.
So you're actually a grandfather, you
Yes,
said.
I have
Okay.
a
Wow.
Okay.
6-year-old grandson.
All right. So nowadays, if you want to be a grandfather, it used to be that just natural progression. That your kids had kids, but now you got to be lucky to be a grandfather. The way the kids probably don't want to get married for years and years, and then they're not having kids again when they do get married.
True.
So you're a lucky man to be married. To be a grandfather at this age. So
Yes,
nice.
yes,
So nice. And you have two kids.
Yes, Kamal, my son is in New York now. He's working, he's married. And my daughter is in Singapore.
Singapore. Okay. The kids have gone international,
Yeah.
and you and the wife are now having the best time of your life because the kids are on their own.
And so are we.
So are you guys. Yes. So are you guys. And now we discussed ICS, the important thing. We discussed your careers, very important. Your family too. The last bit, I need to know something that nobody else knows about you. But soon everyone will know. Tell us.
Oh God!
Tell us something.
I think I'll give Captain Mohan Nik the first preference.
Okay, so you tell us.
That was a surprise. Googly question.
Okay, everything is not going to be from the syllabus. Something you're going to take a break from the
Oh
syllabus.
boy! Now this was a
Or your hobbies or something that, probably, because that's something not everyone usually knows.
okay.
Whether your fondness for books or fondness for movies or the actresses, movie actresses that you're especially inclined towards. Something like that.
Okay, so I'll go first. I always
Yeah,
harbored.
he's rich now.
No, but you can go ahead.
Okay, no, we're happy,
You are the senior.
Yes.
No, not like that. So I always had this thought in my mind of writing a book.
I like that.
I wanted it, reasons being that there was a total sea change from my childhood, how the family was brought up, and then going out into the merchant navy, and then becoming an independent entrepreneur. And, so I used to tell my daughter, she was quite young those days, I used to tell her, Beta, one day I'm going to write a book. So she used to look at me and she used to say, Papa ki dukh bhari kahani.
That's going to be the title.
So that was the title. So that was a thought. I haven't got down to it, but yes, it's a thought which I often
That's
think of.
a very good thought. But this might have something to do with your having spent your childhood in Calcutta.
Yes.
Because
yes.
Bengalis as a
Yes,
community
yes, yeah.
are very fond of writing books. Every second Bengali is an author of sorts, or with the arts,
culture and all,
right.
yeah.
Yes. So okay, so we know now you intend writing a book, and we will hold him to it and watch.
Well, I hope it can materialize.
And that title,
Yeah.
that title, please don't use that one.
Papa ki dukh bhari
It
kahani.
won't sell at all. Even your daughter won't want to read it. So, Mohan.
Kamal, my passion for singing and for
Oh,
music,
wow.
which I also take inspiration from you.
Okay, for me.
Musical instruments I have learned in my childhood. I learned the violin and harmonium. I had simply, picked up on my own when I was a kid. So this is where I would like to, develop more,
Yes,
learn more of those instruments.
Yes.
I have some natural penchant for
Oh,
it,
that's very nice.
and I want to develop it in the future.
Yes.
And of course, I am a bathroom singer, but doesn't matter. try to exercise
So that's
our
right.
vocal
So
cords.
if you have any recordings, we have the instrument here, but if you have recordings of your playing an instrument, please do send it to us. We'd like to include it in the presentation here.
Very nice.
So that will be very nice. Yes.
Effort.
And that's something I'm sure no one knows. You're singing, we do hold the mic sometimes, yes, that's fun. But that you can play an instrument, I think you really have to have that knack.
A lot of
yes,
riyaz,
yes,
Riyaz
and your ability,
Yeah.
Okay, this is not my show, but I'll tell you, I was a kid, I used to want to learn. My parents would encourage me, but when I went there, I just had no sense of getting it together. So there is no, the ears don't seem to be connected to the muscles in any way. So ears are going one way, muscles are going the other. So it didn't happen for me. So I think we have run through our time over here, and it has been splendid talking to them both. It's actually fun talking to them both, so it just adds that much more to the show. So great having them here. I would like to present them the Anchor today. Anchor Together mug.
Thank
you can have your coffee in it every morning and think of me. I don't know which way you'll think of me, but please think of me as a good friend and always there to help you out with any thing that connected with the media. So thank you.
Thank you, Kamal.
Thank you, Kamal. Thank you,
Brilliant having you both.
I would just like to say something. Normally, the custom is when you buy coffee, you get the mug free. In your case, you got the mug free. Coffee.
No, I want to fill it up with coffee for you upstairs.
Okay, thank you.
Definitely. So, bye-bye, viewers. Have a pleasant day, and we will definitely be with you every Friday. Take care and be with us. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Both of you have children, of course. So once you're back home, you're a mum. How do you maintain your work-life balance then?
Yeah, as I said, yoga and all these activities helps me to be calm and composed. So managing work-life balance, sometimes it's difficult, but you need to have a clear demarcation. When it's work, it's work. When it's family, it's family. So that's how I'm able to, keep a balance between both the two.
So I come home and I don't attend calls anymore. And I'm always, people always get that against me that, you don't pick up your phone when you're home. But then when I'm home, I'm at home. I'm giving time to my daughter, to my family. And being women, there are so many things that you have to look after at home. So people need to understand that, And we are working hard, and there is a time that we give to our office, and when we get an office, we give 100% to it. Back home, you need to give that to your home as well.